What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Chump Talk. Very different feel today.
I was going to say, doesn't everything about this just feel so different?
Feels so weird. We're back to doing a Zoom episode for this one. I literally returned from vacation 5 minutes ago, and we're starting this. That's the grind. We're a day late in letting the episode out, so we're sorry about that. Anybody that's excited to listen to us on a normal Wednesday morning, it's got to be a Thursday morning this time because we'll have it out tomorrow morning, right? Right, IP?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Just summer vacation, sometimes things get put back a day, but
Definitely. But we're here and we got to start by, I guess it's Wednesday already. It feels like a weekend because I just came off, but you get up to anything on the weekend, Coolsy? Or how's your week been?
the week, yeah, the week's been pretty good already. 3 days in as we're recording this on Wednesday night here. So hoping for whatever full day tomorrow. And then the plan is a half day Friday before the long weekend. So I'm getting ready for the long weekend because then after that I work the Tuesday, Wednesday, then vacation Thursday, Friday, and then that weekend. So.
And we apologize for the sound of the dog in the background
Oh,
too.
you could hear that?
Oh yeah, I could hear that. Yeah,
Okay.
and so could our listeners, I'm sure. But what are your long weekend plans?
Nothing too crazy, but yeah, sorry about that. I'm home alone with the dog right now, and he's just kind of roaming upstairs. But he's, I guess, not the happiest guy in the
You guys
world.
aren't going anywhere for the long weekend?
Uh, I don't think so. Really, actually, Taylor works this weekend, so
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
So yeah, I know we're not going anywhere, but
That seems a little different for you guys.
yeah, definitely. But I mean, the next weekend we're going camping, so
Yeah, well, we're gone. I'm back from vacation with Jill's family, and I'm going back to work tomorrow. Got tonight actually. When we're done recording this, I got to go tonight, and then work tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and then I'm back to another cottage till Wednesday again.
Really.
Yeah, but
It's
I
hot.
only have to take. I don't have to take any days off for
Oh
that.
yeah,
Like we're coming home Tuesday, and
right.
I'm off Tuesday because of the long weekend. I get Tuesdays off instead of Mondays
Yeah.
or
Oh
with Mondays, but so
yeah.
not bad, not bad.
It's crazy how
Um,
fast the summers are from by though. Like
oh,
we're already
definitely
pretty well into
July.
August already here, but
Yeah, and dude, Jill leaves in less than a month now.
I know, dude, and that just makes me so excited about so many other things. Like we already been discussing a little bit more, but like football is back so soon. Like
Yep.
before you know it, once it's the fall, then it's like really crunch time for the Jays, and then
Hmm.
start talking about hockey again, and it's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy how everything
Definitely.
flies by, but
Yeah, I was in Southampton for the weekend. That was cool. Cool. I love like Southampton, Sauble's nearby. We went to Sauble for a day. Port Elgin, they're all kind of up there, and that's like the ideal summer vacation spot for me. I think it's like a two hour drive, nothing crazy to get to from here. It's got a nice town you can go into if you need stuff. Grocery store really close, but it's also got the lake and like the at least where our cottage was, it was pretty private back there. So I really like the town and golf courses too. I golfed on Monday when we were up there. That was an enjoyable 18 holes, but good vacation. But we got to talk to you guys about Betstamp now because that's the main reason we were so excited to get this recording right away because we need to talk about Betstamp and we need to talk about the new kind of thing that you guys can follow along with us if you're into sports gambling in any way. Betstamp, we are tracking all our picks. We're doing right now. We've been doing one pick a day. That can change though, right?
yeah, oh yeah. Like especially once more things get underway, I definitely wouldn't consider us to be pro baseball bettors. That say we're definitely in the negatives there, probably overall. So, but once everything's rolling, for sure, we would like love to have kind of a couple of bets going on per day. And
But with this app, Betstamp, you can download the app, but make sure you use betstamp.app/Ontario. So they can give you access to the affiliates and they have anybody on there you can follow their bets, and that's where we're going to be with Chump Talk. We have a bet every day. You can go see our percentages. We're actually off to a real hot start.
yeah, we are.
Do you want to read our bets so far? So we've been doing $10 units, right?
Yep, $10 units. So We actually our very first bet was the ALNLN or what do you call it?
All-Star
All-Star
game.
game.
Yep.
We did 1 unit there on the AL winning, that hit. And then just going from there, we did Oakland money line one night, that hit. Toronto money line one night, that hit. Tampa Bay money line one night, and that hit. And then we actually a couple of parlays we've hit as well. Toronto and Houston the money line on a Saturday, those both hit.
These are all in a row too, folks. By the way,
Yes.
we're on a bit of a heater.
Yeah, so that was we actually started 6-0. That's how we started out.
Yeah.
And then our sixth one was Sandy Alcantara over 5.5 total strikeouts and Miami money line. So
Yeah,
you get
easy,
a little bit of
easy.
everything from the boys here.
And then we lost one.
And then we lost one, but
And you know what we did after that, which is a responsible move. After a bit
off.
of yeah, exactly. After a bit of a hot streak, and then you lose a bet, you take one day off because you're like, okay, we don't want things to slide in the other direction. So we're going to be back with another bet tonight, which we haven't fully workshopped. And if we said it, you guys, it's not going to help you guys because you're going to hear this tomorrow when the bet's over. But we will have a play for tonight, most likely in the Jays game. And you can go on Betstamp's app and then use the referral code CHUMP. So when you're putting in your information, and it's a free app, easy to use. When you're putting in your information at the start, there's a referral code on the bottom. Just make sure you put CHUMP because then they know who sent you there. That can help us out a lot. And it's just a great app to be on. Like, especially if
I'll give a quick rundown because I said it last episode too, but just like a quick 30-second spiel on how it works. Specken, yeah, I mixed second and spiel there in one word. But
yep, I like that.
Basically, whatever, let's say you're looking at the baseball games for one night, this app basically shows you all the betting lines from all of the legal betting apps in Ontario. So there's Betway, Bet365, DraftKings, like there's literally everything on there, FanDuel, all that. And you can even customize it so that you see just the apps that you specifically have. So basically you find the best odds on this app. And what we've done so far is we've just uploaded a little bit of money into 4 or 5 different betting accounts, and we've just been kind of going off that. Like, so we haven't uploaded too much, but
so just
a little bit in every app because the odds change every night on which app gives the greatest odds.
Yeah. Do you still have Betstamp open there for you?
Yep.
So just read all the different books we've used for our play so far, because I think pretty much everyone has been a different book, right? Just depending on what has the best odds.
Yeah, we've used FanDuel, DraftKings, Bet365, DraftKings again, PointBet as well. We used once, so we've honestly been using quite a few. We've only used the same one twice, so
yeah, we're all around. So we're shopping for those lines because like how many units are we up, Matt?
We're up over 5 units right now.
So our betting is $10. So it's not making like a crazy difference. It is for sure. Yeah. But if you were betting $100 units for those,
you get $500 with Chump Talks so far, baby.
You would be, which is awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that just be sick if it was us? But you'd be up 500. But that 500, if you were all playing that on the same sports book, that 500 would probably be somewhere high threes. Like you could probably. Yeah. Like with $100 units, it could be the difference between an extra $100 profit on each bet.
Well, here's an example for you. Okay. So tonight, let's say you wanted to bet the Cardinals against the Jays. On the highest you can get them is at 3.32, and the lowest you can get them is at 3.02, which is like if you're a $100 unit, that's $30 difference.
Yeah. So So what was the first number you said?
3.32 and then 3.02, so like a 0.3 difference, which over $100 unit is $30. So right, I mean, if you just were to have both of those accounts, it just goes to show how much more you could be profiting. And we know that the boys that we talk to always feel confident about their bets. So yeah, exactly. And if you feel confident about one, and you look at all the sports books, and all the sports books are kind of lining up with what you think should happen, and then sometimes there's just one that's like a little on the high side, and we did this with we had Oakland playing a game against Detroit. It was one of our first bets when Montas was pitching, and we're like, okay, I think Oakland's like a lock to win this game because it was their best pitcher going. Tigers are just really bad again this year, and we just thought it was a lock, and like most of them were at like 1.1
1.5 or high 1.5s, and then one was at like 1.66 or 1.73 or something,
Yeah.
like just way higher than all the other ones. They're like, all right, well, I guess we're betting with this sports book, and that's all thanks to Betstamp. Betstamp has been fun for us to use so far. We're just getting started with them, and again, you got to remember referral code Chump, because that's how we can keep working with Betstamp if they know that we're sending you guys towards the app. So even if you're not a big sports gambler and you're listening to this, if you want to help the boys out and download the app Betstamp and use the referral code Chump, it's a free app and they're not going to do anything stupid to you. But if you do any sports gambling, you need this app in your life. Betstamp, referral code Chump.
Follow us and we'll follow you back on the app too.
Yeah, it's exactly. And I don't even know if I mentioned that for sure. You can search Chump Talk, which it should just come up if you use our code.
Yeah, and you can see all the plays that we have.
You can see all our plays. You can follow us. So when we make a bet in the night, it'll give you a notification, and you can be like, oh, well, that's what Brady and Matt are doing with Chump Talk tonight. Maybe I can ride or I can fade them. And if you want to fade us,
probably more fades, but
yeah, but we're hot right now, and
we might hot, so
we might have one of the best percentages on that app currently.
Yeah, well, you know what they say, bet on yourself. So
bet on yourself, and we are, and we'll be back with another play. But yeah, that's Betstamp. Thanks again for them joining up with us. I'm speaking a little off here. There's been a lot of just stuff in my system last 4 days.
Yeah, you can tell the wheels are like turning, and maybe not really in the right direction right
now.
No,
my mind's not in like the best place it's been, I wouldn't say. That way. just foggy, after a long weekend, you're tired. Yeah, I'm
totally,
fine.
Dude. Like you'll probably be sleeping in the next hour and a half.
Yeah, except I got to go ump.
Oh yeah, well, never mind.
Yeah, so
it's a bit of a grind.
Yeah, no, I won't be, but yeah, what were we talking about?
Well, let's talk about one of the biggest trades to ever happen in NHL history.
Before you say that, I sound drunk right now. I'm confirmed not drunk. I just want to put that out there.
Okay.
I drove home. I'm very sober. My mind's just not working right now.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The biggest trade to arguably ever happen in regards to two 100-point guys being traded for another. Tkachuk to Florida for Gaudreau, Weegar, and a third or something like that, was it?
Huberdeau, Weegar, and a third, not Gaudreau.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, I messed up.
That's a big mess up. Yeah, insane trade. Insane trade, and we put a poll up. I was actually curious. Did you end up looking at our poll?
I did. It was heavily favored towards Florida winning it.
Towards Florida.
Yeah.
Really? Because I would have thought it'd be heavily favored towards Calgary. No. I think Calgary did as good as they possibly could have done in a trading of Matthew Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk, it sucks to have to trade a guy like that because you just know he's going to be helpful in the playoffs with the team. You know he's going to be helpful down the stretch in big games. Huberdeau might have some more points at times, but you know that that Tkachuk's just going to be useful to your team at all times. So the fact that they just had to trade him all of a sudden after losing Johnny Hockey is insane to me. And the fact that they got back Mackenzie Weegar, who's a steady defenseman in the league, Jonathan Huberdeau, who was fourth in MVP voting for NHL last year.
Yeah.
Like fourth in MVP voting. I feel like that's not being talked about. He's like a top 5 player in the league last year. And did he have the most points or the most assists by a mile?
I think so. He was either like he was first or second. I can't remember where he finished, but
I think he like broke a.
I think he honestly had over 80 assists on the year, like over a assist per game.
Oh, I think he had 100 assists.
Oh yeah, it's quite possible. I just remember hearing that he was over a point per game, like assists per game.
I remember him breaking some kind of record with assists.
Yeah.
But either way, he's elite, and I think him. I don't know who he's going to play with in Calgary. Imagine him and Johnny Hockey together. That's got to hurt for Calgary fans to think about.
It makes me think about like a Kadri thing in Calgary, like get a number one center back, and then you have Kadri and Huberdeau replacing Gaudreau and Tkachuk, which is maybe not quite as good. But then again, you did add Mackenzie Weegar, who is definitely a top 4 defenseman.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I do like the trade for both teams. Like I think Florida, I don't know if they necessarily needed to shake up their locker room like that, but
no, I love it.
They've been a good team the last few years that have made the playoffs. They've just never really gotten over a hump either.
I don't
They
think
probably win
Florida.
the series, but
Yeah, and I sided kind of towards Calgary when I was talking before, but I really don't think Florida like lost the trade either. I think Kachuk is just going to be more of a playoff player than Huberdeau is,
I agree. I
which is
agree.
when it really matters. I think there's going to be times throughout the season when we see Kachuk just like kind of be an average on Florida maybe, and Huberdeau getting like a 6 point night and just like running up
Yeah.
the league scoring totals again. I have a feeling there's going to be times where people are like, why would Florida make this trade?
Yeah.
But I think it'll show when playoffs come.
And again, yeah, and you never know though too. Like you did have 100 points in Calgary playing with Barkov, who is
Oh yeah, he could
arguably a top
easily. Yeah,
top five center in the league. So it'll be interesting. It's such a crazy trade though. I did not see that coming at all. Like
no.
I almost thought it was going to be a lock. He was going to be traded to St. Louis. I
Mm-hmm.
actually seen they offered Kyrou Krug in a first for Kachuk, and they turned it down.
Really
That's what St. Louis's offer was.
hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I thought St. Louis, or I thought he would just end up staying in Calgary. It seemed like a pretty good fit for it to have him there, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I love that he's in the East, and especially in the Atlantic.
I
Now,
know. I know.
I kind of hate that. I think because I didn't mind Matthew Tkachuk. I kind of like seeing him be the villain against like Drew Doughty and against Vancouver
Yeah.
and Edmonton, of course, in the Battle of Alberta. But I think I'm gonna start to really hate him now.
I know. We're going to be seeing him 4 or 5 times a year now.
And the problem is too, Florida's. When I think we talked about this with Ottawa. We're kind of just like have a soft spot for them right now, but we know we're gonna have to hate them soon.
Yeah.
Florida's pretty similar to me. Like I've always kind of liked Florida and cheered for them to get over the hump, but I think pretty soon it's going to have to turn into a team where we hate.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
And I
there's
don't
not
want it
really a
to.
player on Florida that you can't like.
The problem is the teams that we actually like root for and like is because they don't actually do well.
Yeah.
Because we want the Leafs to do well. Like Tampa, like I don't know. How do you feel about Tampa? I kind of hate them now.
I agree. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't hate them, but
It's not
I
the
don't
same
want to see
hate
them
as
have success.
yeah. It's not the same hate as Boston, Montreal for me, but
Yeah.
it's like those teams. I never want to see them if they lost. Like if they were 30th and or 32nd now and 31st in the league every year, I would be more than okay with that. I
Yeah.
hate those teams, especially Boston.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like I want to see that city just cry about their team always. I
I just
hate
want
it.
them to win some games, though, so that they never end up with like a top 5 pick.
Yeah, true. Well, imagine they gets Bedard next year.
Oh,
Chicago
that's
basically
going to
has
be a
them.
crazy one. Bedard's going to be
Yeah.
a crazy one.
Oh, you're gonna start hearing about Bedard. I think like 25 games into the year when somebody has a bad start. Like I think teams are legitimately gonna like make sure they're a bottom 5 team this year to have the best shot they can at them.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be the same kind of tank as what it used to be when if you finished last, you had first pick. Like that's a literally I would kind of love to see that next year because it would be a tank off. Like it
Yeah.
would be Chicago trying to lose every game,
Arizona.
Arizona trying to lose every game.
Maybe the
Probably
Islanders.
Philadelphia, I bet.
Philly. Yeah. Man,
Um,
Philly's going to be interesting with Torts there.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, definitely.
oh,
Yeah,
man.
hockey season. Kind of. I'm not in thinking about hockey mode yet.
No, but like, man, they'll be back at the rinks in 5 or 6 weeks here. Like,
Yeah, I know, but I'm not like at a stage where I'm like ready to get dialed up on it yet.
oh heck no,
Like I
no.
like that we had this talk right now. It got me excited, but
Yeah,
I don't need to talk any more about it
no.
because I kind of. But we will talk about hockey a tiny bit more because we're gonna play a little where'd they finish? Everybody's favorite game show.
Yeah, definitely. But
You got
before we do that,
okay.
am I like, what are your thoughts on like the football thing right now? Like, is your head there yet, or am I just like getting in this way too like weirdly early?
I
Because I'm
think
at
you
the
should.
point where I'm like thinking about it a lot of the hours during the day.
I think you should give it a little, like, give it a couple weeks and enjoy the rest of the summer with the Jays.
Yeah.
Like,
Man.
I think you should give it a couple weeks, in my
I think
opinion.
it's just because they're back at camp now and there's
Yeah.
videos
Oh,
everywhere. And
I'm getting pumped too. But when I I still want a couple Sundays where I'm like sitting by a pool having some beers and like not
yeah, that's fair.
like
Yeah.
not watching football. I'm not ready quite.
Because you even if it's a 30-degree day and it's in September, you
Yeah,
can't
I'm
be going to the
inside.
pool.
Yeah.
You can't be going to the pool.
Yeah. But I will be having to watch. Like, I think I only get 3 weeks before I leave for Europe.
Right. Right.
Maybe not even
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. Yeah. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. But I think we're gonna for sure try to do a live. Maybe I would love to try to do like a live streaming of week 1 with the DSAB boys.
Yeah.
But for sure, if we can't do a streaming or like if we can't do just video of us watching games and kind of talk that way, we'll definitely try to do a podcast like that comes out the day before. Or we're gonna be back with them, so we'll figure that out.
Yep. Yep.
But in my opinion, yeah, give it a couple weeks. I'm pumped about football too.
I know.
Like I'm seeing your like all your tweets are about football.
I know. I don't know. I just keep thinking Carolina's going to be a playoff team, and
Well, see, that's my other thing. I would recommend you don't get your hopes too high because like a couple weeks ago, you told me I think that you'd be happy if they won 3 games.
yeah, but now we could be a good team.
What changed in in that time?
Well,
You
just
saw a couple videos of Christian McCaffrey route running. That's what
well,
changed.
yeah, yeah, I did see that. But
and
also,
that's and also I sorry, I gotta say one more thing about Carolina. And I support your team with everything I have.
do you actually though?
Not quite everything, but I do I want success for you. Just
Yeah.
not too much. Like you wouldn't want the Dolphins to win the Super Bowl like every other year.
No, not every other year, but I wouldn't mind if the Dolphins made the playoffs.
They,
I like the
they
Dolphins. There,
yeah.
I actually do a ranking of my top 32 teams like
Oh,
every year or so. I
can
actually have
that
all the
wow?
dates.
Can
I've
you
been doing
put
it
that
since
out?
20. No, it's I've been doing it since 2019,
Dude, you
and
got to put this out for the listeners.
maybe yeah.
Matt Pool's official ranking. People would love to see that.
But it's just my favorite. It's not like my actual ranking. But the Dolphins might have cracked the top 5 because I just did it like 2 days ago.
Nice. Yeah, no, you can make it clear that it's like your favorite teams, like not rankings. I would love to see it. Just out of curiosity on that list, who's 32?
The Patriots.
Yeah, okay. Every year, I hope.
Yep.
Yeah.
The very
Okay.
first year they were 31st.
Oh, who was 32?
The Broncos.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I've just never really been on, the
No,
Broncos side.
I'm not a Broncos guy either, but they've never done anything wrong to me.
No, I don't know.
Like there are teams that are
They
okay.
just kind of
I'll
rubbed me
make
the wrong way for a while.
I'll make my first ever official rankings too of favorite teams with you, and we'll put
Yeah.
them out together.
Yeah, let's compare them.
Okay. But let's do a quick where'd they finish? Everybody's favorite game show.
Everybody's favorite game show.
We have one each, and then we'll maybe do a little bit of Jay's chat, and then we'll let you guys carry on with your Thursday. Sorry again, we were a day late for the people. I know there are people that are excited for it to come out on Wednesday, and we appreciate those people a lot. So for you guys listening, we appreciate you still listening a day later.
Yep. All right.
I'm gonna go first because I want to tell you the 2 I have.
Yeah.
I actually let Jilsey pick them out for me
Really?
because we were doing research for him on the way home from Southampton.
Yeah.
So I said, give me a Jays player, and you might is her favorite Jays player of all time, mostly due to his looks. I don't know. You might remember her talking about this guy. But I will give you his name. Didn't play there long, but he was he actually played a lot more MLB games than I thought. He played for 3 teams in his career. He played he was drafted by the Jays, and he played 466 MLB games, which shocked me. And he finished in 2015, hit 80 career home runs. JP Arancibia.
Oh man.
Only played for 3 teams.
Yeah.
I told Jilsey this might be too easy for you, so don't make me look bad by saying that.
I wouldn't say it's there's one team that I have in mind. I just don't know if that's his last team.
Well, just talk it out. I'm not going to say yes or no. I'm just curious what your mind's thinking here.
Philly immediately comes to mind.
Okay.
I'm trying to think where else he may or may not have. Oh, he was with Tampa or no, Baltimore maybe. Oh, it's Tampa or Philly. I'm going to go.
So you think the 3 teams he played for was Toronto, Philly, and Tampa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I somewhat accurate?
I would say somewhat.
Okay. My final answer is Tampa.
Nailed it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. He never played for Philly.
Oh, okay.
He
Where did he play?
4
Baltimore.
years, 4 years for the Jays, 1 year for Texas, and then just 24 games with Tampa. But I definitely do remember him in Tampa to end out his career there.
Yeah.
He struggled a little bit that year. Um,
I
yeah, he
still
had,
remember when he broke out with the Jays. Like he was,
his
people
first
were saying
game.
he could be a top 10 catcher in the league when he came in.
His first game, he either had, I
I
think he
think he
had
had a
three.
walk-off home run.
He had multiple home runs, like two or three,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
even three.
I think we might have been there.
No, it was
No,
a.
maybe not.
I remember where I was watching.
Oh,
I was at a baseball tournament. Maybe you were there, but I for sure wasn't. That was an insane game. I'm trying to look up exactly what he did his first game because it's worth talking about.
it
He
is worth
uh
talking about.
he
Do you know where
started his
he's at
first.
now? Because he was with the Jays for like with the Jays broadcasting or whatever or media for a bit.
Yeah, I feel like he is just around sports media for somebody. I see him online sometime.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so he homered twice. He started his first MLB game for the Toronto Blue Jays on August 7th, 2010 against Tampa Bay. In his first MLB at bat, Aaron Seabee hit a 2-run homer off the first pitch from James Shield, becoming the 28th player in history to hit a home run on the first MLB pitch, which that was nuts. He also ended up going 4-5 and hit another bomb and a double.
Yeah. It's hard to beat that.
No, that's as good an opening day you can have. So you're 1 for 1. You got that. Do you want to give me your baseball one then?
Yep. Yeah. So my baseball one year, he's a pitcher. He was in the league for 17 years. He played on 5 different teams. He was only with Toronto for 3 years, but I feel like they're three pretty memorable years. Like I don't know. I honestly thought it was a lot longer than that, but he was drafted by Florida, played there for a while. AJ Burnett, also
AJ
World
Burnett.
Series champion with the Yankees.
Yep. Mm-hmm. He's played for a shit ton of teams, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Because I was just gonna say Pittsburgh right off the hop there and feel good about it, but I don't feel good about it anymore because I think he started there, and then I maybe did a second stint at some point too. But like Pittsburgh is for sure his team, and then I remembered the Yankees well. How many teams did you say total?
5.
5. So it's the Yankees, the Jays, and the Pirates. And I think AJ Burnett, I want to say I kind of think he pitched for the Angels. He just kind of has that look to him. He kind of looks like that Jared Weaver guy.
Oh yeah, that's
He's,
fair.
he's kind of has that look to him. And I don't know if it's just because he kind of looks like a guy that pitched for the Angels that I'm thinking that. But I think he might have also pitched. I don't know why I think all these guys just pitch for AL teams, like AL East teams. I know he pitched for the Yankees, and I think that might be where he finished, but I'm not going to go with that yet. I think he pitched for Seattle. Okay, I'm gonna go with the New York Yankees.
No.
Damn.
So this is kind of wild. I thought he was known for being a Pittsburgh guy. He was only there for 3 years, and one of them was his last year. So he was Florida for 7 years, Toronto for 3, New York for 3, Pittsburgh for 2, then off to Philly for 1, then back to Pittsburgh for his last season.
So it
But
was
that's
Pittsburgh,
like I thought
dude.
I thought the major like part of his career
Yeah,
was in Pittsburgh.
yeah. So did I. So did I. But I don't know why I just didn't trust my gut. Did you hear what I said right at the
Yeah,
start of
right
this?
away you said Pittsburgh. That was the
Yeah.
first thing you said.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that more. I feel like it's better for the listeners if I just don't go right away. Like
It'll
if they're
probably be better for your record too.
no, I mean I think it's better for the listeners if I don't say it right away because then maybe they have time to think about it if they're
Oh,
following along.
that's true.
But that one I should have just trusted my gut and went for it right away. If we were an actual game show, I would have went ding Pittsburgh.
All right. Well,
So I give me a
oh
half
for
point on
one.
that one.
All right. Oh for one. All right.
Uh, yeah, here we go. This is a fun one, and it might slightly break our rules. It says, remember when we said it had to be over 200 games played?
Yeah.
This guy's a goalie, and his games played is just under that.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, because he would have been in a lot more games. He played
Yeah.
144 NHL games. He only played for 3 NHL teams, one of them being the team he was drafted by. the Toronto Maple Leafs. He is a goaltender that wore a white mask for most of his career. I don't know if that's jogging any memories. And his name is Ben Scrivens.
Ben Scrivens.
Mm-hmm. He has an Olympic gold medal. He has an NCAA championship.
I don't think that's Olympic gold. I think that's like the World Cup or whatever.
Yeah, sorry. I know it's not Olympic gold. It's
man. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. How many teams did you say you played for?
He played for 4 NHL teams. I said 3. There was a short stint with one that
I knew there was another one. Okay, I'm just gonna name the 4 teams he played for right now. Okay. Toronto, Montreal, Edmonton, and LA.
Okay.
Now, where did he finish?
While you're thinking about this, he also played 2 years in the KHL after, one in Belarus and one in Russia. I had a pretty decent numbers there.
Okay, I'm going to get my hint here.
Okay.
Is one of the 4 teams that I said correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's... Okay. So then, did I have that right? As those being the 4?
I'm not going to say anymore.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Okay,
but this is big for you because you want to go 2 for 2. This might be your first time going 2 for 2.
Montreal.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Correct.
Wow.
Attaboy.
Was it Edmonton after Toronto?
It was actually LA.
And then Edmonton and then Montreal.
LA and Edmonton were the same year. So I don't actually know. I think he did go to Edmonton and then LA. And then he went back to Edmonton for a full year. And then his last year, 2015, 2016, he bounced around in AHL, like split AHL and Canadians. Only played 15 games for Montreal.
Oh wow.
He had like a full season for the Leafs or pretty close to one. He played, well, actually he only played 20 games, but I remember there was a stretch where he was the guy for a minute. Yeah. Maybe it's at the start of the year with an injury or something, but Benny Scrivens, good job.
Benny Scrivens, Canadian legend, gold medal.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. We're ending off here with Czechia defenseman.
A what? A Czechia? Do you say a Czechia?
That's what the nation says.
Czechia.
Like, isn't that, I'd say Canadians. Isn't it Czechia?
For Czech Republic?
What would you call them? Czechins? Czechins.
I would probably say...
You can't call them Republicans.
No, I would probably just call them Czech.
Czechs.
Yeah, Czechs.
But I would say Canadians. Czechias.
Does it say that?
No. Okay. No, it does. No, it does say Czech with IA at the end, though. Like as the nation.
Oh, so you think it's Czechia?
I don't think that's how the Canadian term of it would be, but that's just what I went with.
All right.
But anyway, drafted in round 7, 179th overall. So like one of the last picks of the draft.
Well, to our listeners in Czech, by the way, can you just email us and let us know the correct?
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. Continue.
No worries. 1 Stanley Cup. Went on to play 970 NHL games at 386 points. Pavel Kabina.
Oh. Talk about a guy I haven't thought of in forever.
Probably about 10 years. That's the last time he played.
Yeah, and who'd you say he was drafted by?
Tampa.
Shit.
I'll just say it since now that we know that he played there. That's where he won the Stanley Cup, the 03-04 Tampa team.
Yeah, I know, and that's why they're the only team that comes to mind when I think Pavel Kabina. They're the only team that comes to mind.
Well, you remember the stint with the Leafs, though, right?
Like barely. How many games did he play there?
He played 3 full seasons. He was even assistant captain.
Holy shit! I forgot about Pavel Kubina.
Yeah, he was actually an assistant for 2 of the seasons, and wow, 2 of the seasons he put up 40 points.
Holy shit!
He was good for the Leafs.
Do you have a picture of this guy on your phone?
Of Pavel?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'd have screenshots of his information.
Holy. Pavel Kubina. How did I forget about him? I think that now that I'm thinking, I think he went to Detroit.
Is that
I'm
your
gonna.
answer?
Yeah, it is.
Well, I would maybe use a hint before you give your
Okay.
answer.
No, no, no. Now I don't feel right about it.
Okay,
Um.
you're not even close. He never played in Detroit.
Okay. I'm completely. I won't lie. You got me blanked on Pavel
This is
Kabina.
what the man looks like.
Yeah, I can't tell you one thing about the man.
Wow.
I
I'm
forget him.
not gonna lie. I did not see this coming.
No, I again just back from holidays. You catch me on a good mind day, maybe a little different, but I can't tell you one thing about Pavel Kabina right now. I
All
can't
right.
remember what he looks like. I can't remember what he
Well,
skates like.
Detroit is wrong.
Yeah, it was just a straight guess.
Yeah. No, we played in Tampa for a long time, Toronto for
Hmm.
3 years, the Thrashers for a year, and then back to Tampa for 2 more years, and then he finished his career with Philly.
Jeez, how many
He's
games did this guy play? And when was his last year?
2012.
I don't think I've ever had a guy that I definitely watched and definitely know of and definitely know the name that I can't think of one thing about him.
Do you remember what position he is?
His name sounds like a defenseman, but
It is.
he probably a centerman now that I say that.
Man, I actually wonder if this was a different day, if it would have changed anything.
Yeah, this is bad. This is
Because
like
he was like a solid Leaf for a few
I
years.
know, I know. Like the you told me he played there for 3 years and he was assistant captain for two of them. The fact that I can't even tell you one thing about
And
him
like
is
a healthy
embarrassing.
player too. Like he didn't miss many games.
No, this is I'm not even lying. I'm gonna go watch Pavel Kabina highlights after this. I'm not lying. I will be doing that. I'm turning the Jays game on and on my phone I'm watching Pavel Kabina highlights.
Yeah, there should be just crickets right now. Like this is almost remarkable.
This is tough, and I want to apologize to everybody listening. This is one of the I fell off a rock yesterday in the water. I'm serious.
Actually,
I was stepping out of a kayak onto a big rock, actually stepping into a kayak because I had to go on land to piss because it was one of those 2-person kayaks, and if I tried to stand up to piss, I was going to either spray the people I was with or fall out of it.
yeah.
So I tried to go to land. Jaden was in the boat with me. He gets me to land. I step on this rock to get back in the kayak. When you picture somebody's feet slip out from them and they just literally like feet up in the air, straight down. I
Ass
did
to the
that
ground.
ass right on the rock I was standing on.
Oh,
If I didn't land perfectly on the rock, my whole body would have gone underwater because it was like a pretty deep fall off.
yeah.
I just went like feet up, whoop, ass down right on the rock, smoked my elbow. I hit Jaden in the face, he said a little bit. I don't remember he feeling that, but I smoked the rock. I got a decent little bruise on my
Oh yeah, I
elbow.
see that.
It's a little thicker than it should be over there too. I smoked her pretty good, so that could have something to do with me not getting Pavel Kabina because that is just I don't like that at all.
No, I don't like that either. It kind of made me lose like a little bit of like
Yeah,
your
no.
like long-term Leaf connection.
I was talking to Jill about this game on the way home, and I think my direct quote to her is, "I'm pretty elite at this game."
No.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah. I'm down bad right now.
Yeah, tough sequence.
I also just like, oof. Do you ever like? Mm,
What?
I was going to be pretty self-deprecating, and it was going to be a little. It was going to be a little too much.
Well,
I
simmer down a bit and then say it again.
no. I won't be able to do it by simmering down. It was going to be a lot too self-deprecating. I think it was going to be a little much for the listeners. I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
it was going to be a little too much. Let's talk about the Jays for 5 minutes. Then I need to go just regroup all of life.
Okay, yeah, Jays.
Uh-huh.
Recording Wednesday before the game starts here. I guess it's starting right now, basically. But
8-1
7-game win streak.
8-1 under John Schneider.
8-1 under John Schneider. 7-game win streak, I believe it is now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the boys are looking great. Like again, like just like another like watching last night, like runners in scoring position, just clutch at bats constantly. Like they're stringing hits together, even with a couple of outs, they're still hitting the runs in. A massive man. George Springer's bomb there. It felt like it was the playoffs, man. It was awesome.
Oh, I was watching. I did get to watch the 7, 8, 9 of Tuesday night's game, 7, 8,
Yeah.
9th innings. It was already out of reach, but it was still nice to see him bring it home. I saw Kirk's home run too. Obviously, Buck Martinez back in the booth is just
Great to see.
it's just great to see, and especially great to hear because of what he does. But to see all the Jays salute him, and the crowds are starting to get big in Toronto, which pumps me up, man.
Yeah.
When I see like when you can turn the Jays game on a weeknight, like tonight when we're about to turn it on when we stop recording, and they're playing like on a random Wednesday night against St. Louis, and it's that packed.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was that packed because Buck's coming back and people want to be there to support him, or if it's just because this team is getting hot. I think it's because this team gets hot. Because one thing Jays fans do when the Jays are buzzing,
rally.
When the Jays are buzzing, they rally. And I don't like bandwagon fans, but I don't care as much with the Jays because people like it's a tough sell to get people to watch a full baseball game.
Yeah.
So when
again in like the summers too, like the summers are such like, there's just a lot more going on in the summers than there is in the winter when the Leafs play at whatever. And
exactly. So I don't blame those people necessarily. But when I get to see those people jump together and just become Jays fans, that actually pumps me up.
Yeah.
Like everybody's in it then.
I agree.
So
and, October's not too far away, just over a month away, which is absolutely insane.
Yep. And I will not be in the country for that whole month.
Well, I guess it's 2 months. I kind of forgot about September there, but yeah.
Isn't that a little bit scary though?
That is scary. Like you're going to maybe have to do some grinding to find some tough times to watch it there.
Yep. But World Series is November.
True.
So.
All right. Yeah. End of October, start of November.
We'll go with start of November, I hope.
Yeah, let's play a scenario where the World Series game is on when your flight leaves from London back to Toronto. Game 7.
Game 7. Okay. Game 7 completely different. Game 1, obviously, you just gotta be on like anytime there's Wi-Fi, check every second you can of it.
Yeah.
But Game 7, oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know.
Do you stay a day or do you leave early a day?
I think if you're like in North America, you stay another day.
Yeah,
but
if I'm in North,
probably isn't as long. But if it is at that exact time, then obviously, yeah.
I
don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one.
That's a scary one.
That is a scary one, but it's not going to happen.
It's horrible. It's sad that that's one thing that I think about with Europe is that there's possibility of missing Jays playoff games.
Yeah, well,
it's not. It makes me
knowing you'll find a way.
Yeah, I'll try. Probably. Sad day. I might have to retire this hat. It's anybody everybody's not seeing this because we're a podcast and they're not going on YouTube right now, but it's my Blue Jays hat I've been wearing since the start of high school. It kind of goes in and out of my rotation, but it's always been a staple. You can agree with that, right, Matt?
Yep, definitely. It's
always been around. It got pounced into the sand today by a few kids I was at the cottage with. They were literally stomping on it into the sand, and I just don't. Yeah, I don't think I can get all the sand out of it, and it's just the integrity of the beak is just it's done. It's done. So it's definitely never going to be hat I throw out. It means too much to me, but it's officially, I'd say, out of the rotation.
Well, Kikuchi, he's out of the rotation now, but I'm sure he'll be back stronger than ever. And no doubt you'll do the same thing.
Yeah. Kikuchi, I think, is actually starting possibly tomorrow against the Tigers.
Well, then you better get your shit together.
Yeah. I should just try running it through the washer. I heard dishwasher works with hats pretty good, but I don't have a dishwasher.
Oh, hand wash, baby.
Won't be doing that. All right, dude. Great episode. Yep. Pavel Kubina.
Pavel Kubina.
All right.
Forever.
See ya.
See ya.